everybody. Welcome to Monday Morning Must-Knows. My name is Merlin Rothfeld, and normally I talk about 3 or 4 different things for the upcoming trading week. This week, I tried to count them on all my fingers. I don't have enough hands or fingers to calculate all the announcements that are coming out this week. It's like 14 or 15 things to discuss. So let's start right now, dive into it with the earnings calendar with 263 companies reporting this week. We start things off on Monday with Oracle, followed up on Tuesday by BHP and Johnson Controls. Wednesday, we've got Adobe. Thursday, you've got Costco and Lennar. And on Friday, we have Darden Restaurants and Winnebago. Now, while that stuff is important and certainly want to get a sense as what Costco is doing because retail sales numbers come out this week as well, more important stuff is inflation. We know that's the Fed's major focus, and there are 2 pieces of information coming out this week that you should be paying attention to. First one of those is going to happen on Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. That's consumer price index numbers coming out. So you can see on the hard red edge there, it was at 0, a surprise last month. No inflation at all. Well, expectations are we're going to be right there as well with no change, staying at 0. That would make the markets pretty darn happy. But wait, we have the producer price index coming the next day at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The previous reading on that was -5, a contraction, no inflation, in fact, deflation of prices. But the expectations are we're going to come out at a positive 0.1 for producer price index, meaning inflation slightly increasing for PPI. Now, nobody is looking at inflation more closely than this man. That is Jerome Powell. Of course, the FOMC is coming out with an announcement that is widely anticipated. World is watching us. So what will those numbers be? Well, let's take a look at the expectations. Of course, on Wednesday at 2 p.m., that's when Jerome Powell will be speaking and give the announcement of here is what the rates are. Expectations, drum roll please. We're going to stay right where we're at 5.5%. Now, most eyes will be focused on this one, the press conference, which happens 30 minutes after that announcement, but it will make for a very volatile day for Wednesday's trading, particularly that press conference where Jerome Powell will be speaking about the economy, fielding reporters' questions. I, for one, fingers crossed, hope that Jerome Powell slips up and says something that causes a nice volatile shock to the market and creates some trading opportunities. Now, you think the U.S. isn't important. Well, it is. It's significant. But there are 3 other central banks reporting. Get that. 3 other. We have 4 in 1 week. Inconceivable. That's one of my favorite movie lines. We'll start things off going across the pond and looking at the Swiss National Bank. With their rate announcement, right now expectations are 1.75%. That will be Thursday at 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Now we continue on here. We have the Bank of England, which is expected to stay right where they are currently at 5.25%. That's Thursday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. And right after that, the ECB will be making their rate announcement. That's going to happen Thursday at 5:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Of course, they are expecting to stay right at 4.5% where they're currently at. So as you can see, a trifecta, a lot of announcements happening across the pond. So central bank frenzy this week. But wait, wipe your brow. I'm not done yet. We have more things to talk about. I know, there's so much going on. We're going to talk about services and manufacturing. Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the water on a calm Friday, we may have a volatile Friday based off of some of these data points. Now, on Friday, we start things off the wee hours of the morning. At 3:15 a.m., France reports their numbers. 3:30, you have Germany. 4 a.m., you have the EU. At 4:30 a.m., you have England. And then I can catch my breath and bring it back home. The United States reporting their services and manufacturing numbers at 9:45 Eastern Time. Now, I want you to be prepared for this week. It's a wild one. Tuesday, CPI. Wednesday, PPI. Then Wednesday, FOMC announcement. Thursday, you've got the ECB, the Swiss National Bank, and the Bank of England. And then all of a sudden, Friday, all this. There is it. And by the way, there is also a retail sales numbers coming out, which I didn't even put in here because I just don't have time. I'm out of breath. Be careful, my friends. That is your Monday morning must-knows. We will see you